This is Fallon. If you've watched any of her other videos, you'd know she has locks. This week, they've been transformed into knotless braids. Stay tuned to see how she pulled it off.
Okay, so I'm back home and I've comfortably been able to do 2 braids, so I feel like I can show y'all my technique now. No lie, these 2 took me like 35 minutes, maybe 45, because I had to redo this first one so many times. I don't like when there's a bunch of lumps and bumps in the braids, but you get what you get when you have locks. So I'm actually gonna move over to my bathroom so that I can show y'all what I'm doing. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm not starting on freshly retwisted hair. My hair has just been chilling lately, so I'm actually retwisting it as I go. And I'm only using 6 locks at a time. And I have 62 locks, so that'll leave me with about like 10-ish braids, and I want them to be kind of big. I just start in the front specifically because I like for my hair to look a certain way, and I only want to use my mirror for a certain amount of time. I literally just take 6 locks. I count 6, 2, 4, 6. I kind of choose them to make sense with the direction that I want my hair to lay. I want to be able to do a middle part and side parts, so obviously I'm gonna have them bust right down the middle. But for this one on the end, for example, I only did 5. So I'm gonna use some Light Body just to moisturize my scalp and kind of the parts that aren't retwisted. And I'm just gonna gently retwist each lock with my lock and gel. And I am using a good bit of product because I know that I won't have this hairstyle in for long. And I do need to wash my hair in another couple weeks. Alright, now we're going to split them into 3 different sections, 2 per section, and literally just braid as normal. I usually do an extra little twist to both of them just to make sure that my parts will be visible, and I braid really tight. Okay, once you get to a good stopping point, and a good stopping point for me is really when my locks start to get a little bit uneven towards the ends. I kind of split them up so the length of hair is even every time I braid, if that makes sense. So with these ones here, this one's like the really short one. So I'm gonna add one of the longer ones to the short piece. So when I braid, it won't be inconsistent. And around here is when I get ready to add my, once you let your hair grow, it'll unravel a little bit, but right around here is where I get ready to add my hair. So I got Cuban twist hair in 24 inches. I was gonna get 30s, but I didn't want them to be super long. It comes pre-sectioned off, I guess. It comes in pieces like this. Depending on how thick my locks are, that kind of determines how much of this hair I'm gonna use. So for example, for this braid, I just used 1 strand like this. But for this braid, I had to break it in half and use 2 separate strands. So I think for this one, I'm gonna use 1 whole strand because it's pretty thick here. So just to feed the hair in, you literally hold it at the loop part and hold it all together with your locks too, and just continue braiding. The only reason why I had to keep redoing them is because of this part where it gets fed in. Sometimes it looks really inconsistent, like it'll be too fat or too skinny. So I'll just redo it. I'm very much a perfectionist. And then for the middle portion, because this is only 2 strands, for the middle portion, you just take the end piece of another one, add it, and hold it there, and just braid. It does take a little bit of practice if you're unfamiliar with like any type of feed-in technique. I'm not a braider. The only reason why I know this is because I've been working with my hair for so long. But yeah, there's really nothing to it. And I just braid all the way down. But you see how this looks like jumbled up? I'm gonna redo it because I hate that. I hate the way that looks. One thing I didn't mention about this hair was that it gets super tangled really easily, and that's the most frustrating part. You really have to be pretty patient with yourself and with the hair just because it's that like kind of kinky texture. At some points I did have to cut it apart. And I only want these to be like a little past my butt, so I think I've reached a pretty good stopping point. Let me show y'all. I feel like that's about good. This I'm gonna leave like this for now because I do have to braid it just a little bit more, and then I have to decide what I'm gonna do with my ends. It's really simple. It's really simple. You do have to get the hang of it. This, I swear to you, this is like my 3rd time trying this hairstyle on myself. So not a braider, not a professional, but it's very easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up in my room, and I'll see y'all back in a little bit. So I just finished all my braids. I actually have 11 of them. But the last thing I have to do is decide what I'm going to do with the ends. And obviously braid them down, but I think I may want them curled at the ends. So I think I'm just going to do that. I started doing these probably around 12. And it's 4:38 p.m. And that's mainly because I had to keep redoing some of them. I know since I have locks, they're going to be imperfect. They may be a little jagged, but I tried to get them as good as I could. So yes, I'm actually going to take a break and eat something. And I already noticed my braids are so stiff. So I'm going to cover my head in some mousse hair and put my scarf on and just let them air dry. I may sit under my head dryer, but I don't know. Depending on how these curls come out, I should be finished. Instead of dipping them, I just poured some hot water in the kettle over them, as you guys just saw. And that kind of makes me a little nervous because I know sometimes they need to soak. Usually, so we'll see. They still are pretty wet though, so. But yes, I ended up buying 3 packs of this hair. I only used 2. I'm actually surprised. I thought I would have used more than that, but I guess obviously if I did more braids I would use more hair, but yes. Okay, let's see. Let me bring it out a little bit closer. Super cute. I might as well show y'all the finished product. I have been chilling with my scarf on for most of the day, but this is what they look like. I do have a couple that like are untucked, and for that I just take the back of my tweezers and basically tuck them back into place. I don't really feel like doing that right now because I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. See, like these two, I hate that. I freaking love them. I think they're so cute. It's getting a little bit warmer outside, so I figured might as well do something cute to my hair. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments down below how you think I did and how the hairstyle turned out. I really like it. I think it's cute, but honestly I think I'm only gonna keep it in for probably about like a week and a half. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure you stay tuned for more LOC content. TikTok is the app that I'm primarily most active on, so make sure you keep up with me there and on Instagram.